morning, universe! Good morning, mga kalagarag! At ito na, gaganahan ko sa ako ang pa-aura today, kaya ito na yung gagamitin kong look sa next vlog ko. Kaya tuloy na natin tong pag-vlog sa araw na to. Kaya igat ni mo kuragan mo, tanggay! Kabigat dyan ni mo, day. At ito na mga kalagarag, ngayong sa araw na to, ang vlog kong to ngayon, ito ang Battle of the Brain. Papanoorin natin at pakikinggan natin ang mga kandidata sa Miss Universe sa kanilang latest interview, sa kanilang latest speech, sa kanilang latest kudaan, kung sino ang nangingibabaw, kung sino ang nag-i-improve, kung sino ang wala pa ding improvement. Yan yung natin, vlog natin ngayon. So random to na mga na mga kandidata. So may mga Latinas din pero may translation na nilagay, so pasok, maiintindihan natin kung ano yung mga sinasabi nila. Kaya simulan na natin ang Battle of the Brain sa Miss Universe competition. Let's watch this, mga karagkarag.
Here's my next question. Rethinking about beauty pageants, what major progress have made so far? Do you think there's a need to change how things are usually done in pageants? Why or why not?
I would say the past few years, things have been drastically changing into a better direction for women in general. There's so much more representation, there's so much more inclusivity, and just looking at our past 5 winners at Miss Universe, we see that representation. So I feel like we are moving in the right direction, and it takes a team effort. Every single year there's so many countries going there to represent something specifically, and we know that for Zosie it was leadership, and it was people not seeing her naturally as beautiful and showing people that you can be Miss Universe with that type of thing. For me, it's a different message. It's entrepreneurship. It's sustainability. It's knowing that your circumstances can't define you.
I think what I want to say to a young girl watching the television program this morning is that the best thing you can do, the best person you can do, or best person you can be is yourself. I know that, with social media and with all these things coming at you, you might feel like you want to be someone else, or you might want to look like someone else, but ensure that your opinion of yourself comes from you. And ensure that when you think about what you want to change or who you want to change to be, it is because you personally want to be this person or change to look this way. Because at the end of the day, I always say, the most beautiful people among us will always be the people who embrace themselves and love themselves and value themselves. No matter what the standard of beauty is, this is what's going to be beauty 10, 100, a million years from now.
What would you say to someone who believes that the contests are only for women who are only beautiful, but without professional content?
I will tell them that we are so much more than that. Then I will invite every single person to actually meet every single girl here, because they will be so surprised that they will never post that or think about that. We all here have a natural cause. We all here are here for a purpose, and we all here are so amazing that I keep on getting so excited every time I hear every single story. So I will tell them beauty is not only a beauty pageant, or beauty is not a professional title or whatever, you can have it in a physical aspect in your life. Beauty is more than that. Beauty is more inside, what you think, what can you project, what can you share with the people, why how you use your voice to actually inspire more people. So yeah, we'll just tell them, come here. Come on.
Okay, so your question just now, you asked me what is the definition of beauty for me. So in my own perspective and personally, I see that the real beauty is not what you see from the outside, but from the inside. What is the purpose? How much are you willing to help other people, and how are you going to inspire people? And this is the definition of my beauty.
How important is it for you to explore those different sides of your personality, because that's two very different sides of the coin.
We're still putting people in boxes, and we're keen to blanket generalizations and stereotypes and make assumptions about someone's capacity or their intelligence based on a passion or a hobby of theirs. So I loved being able to do both, because I think that we shouldn't have to choose between certain elements of our personalities. I think you can be intelligent and analytical, but you can also be creative, and there are no rules around that. I was so honored to be up there with 28 other women that were people who had careers in STEM, were performers, entertainers, people who worked in business, entrepreneurs, and we were all so different that you just knew no matter where this grant went to the winner, it would be well spent, it would be a good investment, and we'd be well represented. Quite familiar with navigating the social space and seeing unkind comments, sometimes from trolls or strangers. And if I'm talking about things like self-love and growth and evolution, then I can't counter hate with more hate. To me, I chose a perspective of, well, this is an opportunity to serve as a teachable moment. And I would openly talk about this with my following and my audience, but do it in a way of saying, okay, for someone to do this, let's take a step back as a bit of a detached observer and what's actually happening here. And I try and teach people to not internalize what they might incur in a social media space, because it is easier to dehumanize other people, you know, in a virtual faceless arena. So I'm just conscious that I've got young people watching me, I've got little girls and little boys watching me, and I want them to know not only how to treat other people, but how to not internalize other people's unkindness, because really it has nothing to do with you. Okay, leadership is not reserved for people in formal positions of authority. You can show up as a leader in your own community, in your own family, on social media, and you can show up as a leader right now. And it comes by leading by example. The biggest lesson that I've learned is your past and your circumstances, they absolutely do not define your future. Have a vision and just keep backing what you do with self-belief, and you can achieve incredible things. Chelsea did that for me, and it's something that I didn't have, you know, very often growing up from people external to family. And now it's what I want to do with my platform for other women, giving me the opportunity to now build my own business, my own venture that's rooted in purpose and service.
Hi everyone, today's issue of the day is the meme culture. The question is, how would you feel if you are turned into a meme? The first thing we must do is accept the fact that this is the culture that we have to live with the online communities. Secondly, we must see positivity through this, but also be critical. Make sure that it's not misleading or inappropriate. And now that you have better exposure and better influence, how are you going to use this platform to promote positivity and to better your community? Yesterday, the Thai cabinet gave green lights to legalize abortion that is less than 12 weeks old. I agree with this, and I am pro-choice. This is a step into a forward direction because women and girls can now end unwanted pregnancies without risking being arrested, imprisonment, or even death. If you are pro-life, then that's okay. But you shouldn't dictate what other women do to their own body. The law needs to be there so that every single woman have the option to make a choice on their own welfare.
I feel that the biggest challenge of young people today is the lack of access towards sex education. I know it may sound controversial, but on the other hand, I am an educator and I am into medical field. As we all know, teenage pregnancy is reaching its peak, especially now during the lockdown. And these individuals ages from 14 to 17. There is nothing we should romanticize about teenage pregnancy because it could lead to serious problems of the country, like poverty. You know, being a parent is such a huge responsibility. It's a lifetime duty. That's why I always question, how can a child become a mother or father to another child? That's why before you do such thing, you need to think, am I ready to face the consequence? Because if not, then I think you should step back and abstain yourself from doing such things. Because, being a parent is best experienced when you do it with the right person, in the right time, and in the right moment. Always remember that.
How can you describe the beauty of the universe to a blind child?
It's a hard question. However, I would say that beauty is something that comes from within. It's never about what the naked eye can see. It's what the heart can feel. So first of all, I just want to say that you are beautiful as you are, even though you can't see things. And the best way to address your situation is to be kind to all people. Have that universal respect and treat others equally. Because with the right personality and character, you will have that heartfelt beauty that radiates from within.
Ayan ang mga karag-karag na pakinggan at napanood na natin ang kanilang mga latest na interview. At ano ang masasabi ninyo sa mga communication skills ngayon ng mga kandidata para sa Road to Miss Universe Crown? Sino para sa inyo ang nangingibabaw? And comment down below kung bago ka pa lang sa channel ko. Paki-subscribe na rin, comment and share na rin, Kuragan-Karag. At thank you for watching mga karag-karag, and have a good day sa inyong lahat. Kay gut na jud kayo siya, magtangtang na jud ko kay pitog na jud kun taon diri mga karag-karag. And bye-bye.